Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. Holga.
And I'm Todd Puckett.
And this is Don's Used Photo Equipment. So, hey,
yes.
Happy anniversary, by the way. First of all, let's get this out of the way. Happy anniversary.
That was May. You're late.
May.
You're late.
May. No, this is
25 years.
This is July. July. Happy anniversary.
250 some 60. How many years?
We've been doing videos for 3
videos.
years.
Man.
3.
Another anniversary that I'm gonna have to remember or forget.
Life is full of anniversaries.
It is.
You must remember these.
Oh
things.
my gosh, and I can't even remember.
Listen,
I had to stop thinking about when my birthday is. You know, it's like, wait.
I don't even know what that is. So hey, we got some great stats here.
We got some stats. 3 years, yes.
3 years. First of all, it's 3 years. First stats is there 82 videos. 83 with this one.
83.
83. Get it? 83 videos here. 28,968 views. Views. That's almost 30,000.
Yeah.
Very good. Here's the number which I think you really like.
Yep.
4,010 watched hours.
Yes, 4,010.
Can you imagine people have been watching us for 4,000 hours?
Well,
at least 1,000 was us.
I know, but I was us.
It has to have been us, right?
I know.
I mean, you've seen each one of them. I've seen each one of them.
Oh, yeah, but that's...
all the way through.
All the way through. You've seen them lots of times, but only once or twice.
I've seen a little bit more of us than I like sometimes. Here's the one that I really like. 691 subscribers.
92, I think.
92? Did we get another one?
I think so. Just recently.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thank you very, very much. Not all of these are my mom either. Not Mama Holga. No, they're not
well,
all
none of them are my mom.
Speaking of which, I told you we're going to talk about your mom today.
Okay.
Speaking of which, my mother has left 21 comments. How many comments has your mom left?
0.
What?
0.
I can't. She's left 0 comments.
0 comments.
In 3 years, not a single comment.
You know what my comments would be? Why are you always wearing that same shirt?
You're wearing the same shirt.
Do you not know how to comb your hair? Those would be the kind of comments my mom would have.
Well, but you did grow out the beard and you did shave it off. And...
people are actually watching this?
And here's the part that gets me too. You guys are getting paid for this?
No.
No, we're not getting paid. Not a dime.
Not a dime.
Not a single dime. Which leads to the question,
we've been offered money to not do this.
Who have we?
No.
Who's bribed us?
Money
not to do this. That's hilarious. Anyways, guys, thank you very much. It has been a lovely 3 years.
3 years.
And as I say, if you were to come into the store and ask us politely to stop, we will. But nobody has.
But you know, somebody's now going to be tempted to.
Well, there's always that first one. Anyways, Todd, what's new?
Oh my gosh, what is new? What is new? Actually, the reason why we're having problems getting color C41 film, I've heard a reason for this.
All right, so
that's new.
The problem is starting to gel. Maybe it could be rumors. It could be a conspiracy. What do we got going on here? What kind of excitement is?
It's directly from a source, man. I mean, I can't reveal my sources, but
it has the unobtainium dried up.
I think that's probably what it was. No, but you know, okay, you do see, you know, I had 1,850 rolls of Fuji 200 speed.
Yes, he had a lot of it.
I'm down to like 20 rolls. By the time this thing comes out, it'll probably be all gone.
Oh, yeah.
Now, but I got 1,500 more ordered. Who knows when it'll come in, but I've got it ordered.
Yeah, right.
Now, here is part of the thing that's going on. I asked Fuji about, hey, the 400, when are you going to make some of that?
Yeah.
And I got a reply of, well, we are. And I went,
we're making it all the time.
Why aren't I getting it? I've got it on back order since November, and I was told.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you've had it on back order.
Number 17 was told.
Yeah. That I have had it on back order only since November. The other people have had it on back order for a year.
Really? Ooh, aren't you special?
No, I'm not, because I am like 5 months before they get to me. Everything that's
that's not good at all.
That's not good at all.
It's not good,
that was 7 months ago. So everything that's being made now is being sent to people who've had this thing on back order for 12 months ago.
Wow.
That's part of the thing.
That's a problem.
That is, but they can't make enough to fill those back orders because there are issues with two things.
They're missing parts?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
They're springs?
Yep.
Are they missing are missing cardboard for packaging? Are they missing?
They are missing elements for the emulsions. They're missing. Now, see, I've heard this from actually
multiple sources.
Okay. And so,
they should remain nameless.
Yep. Nameless, faceless.
Well, we're not the news. We can do this, guys.
Unpaid,
it's
but anyway,
an unnamed source.
An unnamed source, but that there's the 200 speed has a different layer of emulsion, different ingredients in it.
Okay.
400 speed's more sensitive, needs different chemistry or elements.
Right.
Evidently, it's a hard time getting enough of it to fill the demand. They're getting some, but not enough.
Who would have thought in 2022 that we couldn't make enough film to supply everybody with
honestly,
with photography?
20 years ago, they didn't think film was going to be around.
I know, that's the hilarious part.
So everything was starting to go, and they're saying, okay, let's just ride it into the ground. Well, it bounced up, and now they're going, wait, those things,
wait a minute.
all those bridges we burned, we need to go rebuild them. So that's part of the problem, is that there are ingredients that they're not able to get for the film. And then a second issue is they get some, they get enough ingredients for some canisters that the film goes into, but they can't get enough to make enough canisters to fit the film that they can't get enough ingredients to make.
So he said canisters. Now we're not talking about the little plastic,
plastic.
The ones that hold the can. We're talking about the one that the metal container that actually holds the film itself.
Yeah, and part of the problem is I think with such a long delay in some of the things that some of the places that were making these things actually probably went out of business. Places that were like, putting the layers of emulsion on film and spooling them up into
spools. Sounds like a business opportunity if you can make little teeny tiny cans.
Yeah, and also
by the millions.
So they're just kind of missing some things to be able to make things on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, the demand's out there, and it's like here's the ability to make it. Here's the demand, and they're just
there's a gap.
They're trying. So
there's no bridging this gap right now.
Not right now, and I don't know. I was hoping that at the beginning of the year, I was hoping that by this time, things would be flowing better.
So, which makes sense to me, because you said it's like there's no problem making 120 film right now because there's no
metal
canisters. Right. We're just talking about a backing paper and a plastic core.
Well, the plastic core, the backing paper, and then the cellophane to cover it up.
Right.
Because this is what then you got a box to put it in.
Right.
So this right here has the reel, 120 reel.
Right.
120 millimeter.
No. Don't say that, guys. Don't say it.
All right. And then there's the film with paper. Now, you know what would help solve this problem if there was a paper shortage?
Yeah.
Make 220 film. Because it's the same
length.
That's
true, but I would have trouble shooting it in Holga.
That's true.
Because I can't shoot 220 in Holga. Sorry. They don't make a 220 Holga.
Well, actually, it's not necessary.
The little window at the back will expose the film. There's just no way around it.
Yep.
I mean, that backing paper really keeps a lot of the film light
and
safe.
then this part right here to put it all in individual rows. This right here. So this is a lot easier to do 120 than it is for the everything with the canisters. Now, part of the deal is that everybody remember when we were talking about the Kofuji?
Remember when? Kofuji? Are you bringing up that ugly rumor again?
Yeah.
The Kofuji rumor.
Then they sit there and they put the canister side by side and they said, oh, look at these. It's the same.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Look, they made two charts that look exactly the same.
Well, it's probably, this is again me speculating, it's probably just the fact that probably where one of them was made probably isn't around anymore. And so they just had everything made or put together at the same place. So it doesn't mean it's the same film that's inside the canister.
Single sourcing this world is not a smart thing.
Just could be that it's the only place that has that can put it all together. So they may get things separately and then they just put it for one company, put it for another company. And that's probably where some of that confusion's coming from. Because when you put the canister side by side, I mean, they are identical. And then whenever you see the old ones and put them side by side, there's a big difference in them.
So what we need is more artisanal filmmakers like Washi Film
Washi,
who just makes their own in their basement and, sends
it
on out.
Poor old Mr. Washi filmmaker.
You didn't even think we were going there, did you?
Yeah, Mr. Lemig. Well, he is strangely enough having issues getting the movie film's gone.
Okay.
You know, when we have
well, yeah, he's not getting his supply of stuff to read.
Yeah, exactly. Package. I mean, because the prices on the movie film went up so much, he can't do it. Now, there's also, he's not doing a few different rolls of film because of where they come from. Then, but he does have several films that aren't affected by anything that he's still continuing. And he does have a whole new presentation of different things that's coming out.
Okay.
Different film selections that'll be out probably September-ish, October-ish.
Ooh, just new films for the fall.
New films for the fall.
Expect a video on that coming soon.
Yes. Then it makes great sense. And it's better for the timing because I do want to bring him back and do another workshop on Film Washi. And when he does come back at this point, after he gets all of his new stuff worked out and his new lines and new rolls of everything.
Right.
That would be a great time to have him come back and do another workshop.
Workshop, in-store demo, Q&A, all that kind of great stuff. He was like a rock star. He was. Yeah, there was fives of people here who listened to him that day.
Yes. And
actually, it's one of the bonus videos on our list. If you want to go down to the very earliest thing of our list, it's a great little talk. Just listen to him. He's wonderful to listen to.
Very, very, very knowledgeable about this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Very knowledgeable. And he knows a lot of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And he could possibly be a very good source for things too. So, I mean, he's very knowledgeable. And he also has stated, thank you for bringing that up.
Because, that's what I'm for. That's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah. He's the soundboard. Bounce things off of.
Yeah.
I sent him a message and I said, hey, October, we got a little event going on. Love for you to do a little pushing on that event.
A little. What event will we have in October?
October, I don't know, but it's around the first week of October.
Texas and France? That seems worldwide. Why do we have a worldwide event in October?
And he says you put together something for him to put on his page, and he will promote it throughout his kingdom.
Really? His fiefdom.
His fiefdom.
I like that.
I was going to say fiefdom.
His realm.
His realm of.
There's many great words to use that for. So
yes. Right. And we can even probably throw in some Mighty Python and the Holy Grail stuff in there too.
Just but the scratch.
That is so. Anyway, that is a bunch of stuff coming up, and
well, that's good information. I mean, it makes sense.
It helps kind of explain. But we're hoping that, hey, this stuff is going to be working out pretty soon, and hopefully I'm still hoping September, October.
That it breaks through and we get back to normal.
Before we get into the fall school season, that it breaks through.
It would be nice, but and it could be one of those things we never know the actual reason why, but they'll just say, hey, here's a bunch of film now, and we'll be like, okay, what happened? Like, we don't know.
Somebody left the lights turned off, or the machine turned off, or unplugged, and it took us 3 months to figure it out.
Right. At least it's not salmonella. We don't have to worry about salmonella.
Right. We don't have to throw things away. But, which is funny because I've told people, one little sidetrack on this, I have been selling the Delight Art film, $26 a roll. And it's like an existing film that has been added an extra layer of emulsion onto it. Now, the fun thing about that is it has changed the looks of it.
Sure.
But I talked with someone about this and I said, you know what? When this film expires in about 5 years and it starts shifting colors, I'm charging $50 a roll for it.
Because you never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get. It's even going to be more entertaining and surprising.
Well, it should be, yes.
Yeah. So, anyway,
I agree with that. So, hey, good. What do you guys think? Are we right? Are we full of it? Please put a comment down there. Let us know. I mean, if you've heard why there's a shortage of 35mm color film, we definitely want to know. So please put us a comment down there and tell us all about it.
Okay. But we can still be full of it.
We can still be full of it, but
and right at the same time. They're not exclusive.
That is true. They're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah. And so that brings us up into that point. Oh, but it's not only with Film Washi.
Yeah.
Jason Lang's dry mount glass plates.
Dry mount glass plates. A couple of our great videos, especially
Yes.
the dangerous video.
Oh,
D. Anson Brody.
D. Anson Brody, phenomenal, knocked it out of the park.
Still a great video. You should go check
And
that one out.
Still getting, it's what, our second most viewed video of this year?
This year, yes. And it was filmed last year.
Yeah, so this is our second most popular video of the year.
It's got staying power.
It does. It's got legs. But Jason Lang is moving from his Connecticut or New England state.
Okay.
Can't remember.
New
I think it's
England.
Connecticut,
Okay.
Vermont, one of them.
Well, New England's just a bunch of places all
They're all within 30 minutes of each
right.
other.
So he's moving from New England probably to New England.
No, to Arkansas.
Ooh.
Wow, Arkansas, northern.
You know what?
Arkansas.
That's within driving distance.
Yes, that's the point. That's the point. He's in the process of the moving right now, which means that he will move. Then it will take him months to get his store
set back up again.
Yeah, to get everything set back up. And probably again around in time for the holidays, he will have his plates made and back up and selling again.
So you might have to expect a little lull in the supply.
In the supplies.
Or if you see them, buy them.
Buy them now.
Because you don't know when you're going to see them again.
He did make a batch to hopefully carry him over to that time when it gets reset
But after you see a video like this and you realize, oh my gosh, there's going to be a run on dry plates.
On dry plates,
yeah.
Absolutely. Now, the fun thing is once he gets all set up, once he gets everything back in place, he's within driving distance.
Yeah, Arkansas. You said northern Arkansas.
Northern Arkansas. Still 7 hours drive, 8 hours.
But that's within striking distance.
It is. For young.
For us, we're in Texas.
Pups,
we're in North Texas. We could be there in no time.
Good grief, 6 hours and you're not even halfway to El Paso yet.
You could drive all day and not get out of the state.
Not get out of the state. Oh my God. My dad actually told somebody that. He met somebody who was working at a gas station in Texarkana. The guy was driving through to LA. And he says, yeah, we're going to LA. How long is it going to take me to get to El Paso?
All day.
All day.
All day.
And this was in the 50s, so it's going to truly be an all day.
I think there are 3 states you probably can't drive through all in one day. It's going to be Florida, going to be Texas, and it's going to be California. I mean, they're long.
Well, now you can, but back then it was no, you couldn't.
Well, again, 80 miles an hour, maybe. 90.
Yeah, well, a lot of those strips are 80 miles an hour out there.
All right.
80, 85. I have had 2 teachers come in.
Only 2?
Only 2, but it's summertime.
Oh, it is summertime.
It is summertime.
It's kind of a little warm right now, guys.
But it is summertime. And they're both have a summer class or, just one came in, I think.
Summer school? Does that have some failed photographers that they have to hold over till next year?
For the summer, no.
They're trying to catch them up so they can get with their classmates?
They forgot what the F-stop was? Yeah. No, that's not it. One, well, Nick came in and gave us that he was up there at Tarrant County in the Northeast campus.
Nicholas. Yes. Nicholas Gully. And, very animated. I've seen a lot of Nicholas's, because I subscribed to his Instagram feed, and it's like, wow, he himself looks like a model. Have you seen him? He's just, he looks really good holding a TLR camera, nice lighting, all that good stuff. Yeah. He needs to be in magazines. So if he sees this, hey, I recommend you should be in magazines. He
should be in magazines because he is photos by.
Well, I know, but he could be in front and behind the camera. He's that good.
All right.
He's a double threat.
All right. He's gonna.
It's all going to go to his head now.
Yep. We created a monster. But no, he comes here and picks up a lot of film for his classmates.
Right, he does.
And so Tarrant County knows about our store. And
the whole Tarrant County?
The campuses. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tarrant County Junior College.
Not like the constables and the sheriffs.
Well, they know me under aliases.
A couple of aliases.
Yeah. So anyway, that's going on with their campus. Then I think I've told you that we've had some students come in buying 4x5 film.
4x5?
Have I told you this? No.
Only a little bit.
Oh, well, you may not have been paying attention when I was talking to you.
Not always.
You were just over there going, Yeah, but there's a class going on in North Texas, and it is 4x5. Now, a lady came in today, and she moved here from Chicago and said that she's teaching the 4x5 class. And I said, oh, so...
Teaching a 4x5 class?
Yes. Wow. And so we talked about it, and she said, yeah, that she came down to teach this class. And it did so well that they are going to offer it again in fall.
Really?
So a 4x5 class is being offered at UNT. And guys, take it. I mean, I thought they had one.
Oh, definitely so, yeah.
But evidently, I think they had one, that it may have stopped a little bit, but this is coming back. But 4x5, and the teacher basically says, yeah, you're talking about when people shoot digital, when you shoot film, you slow down.
Oh, way, way, way down.
But when you shoot 4x5,
oh, it's like a snail pace.
You're going at a snail's pace, but you learn a whole lot, and it sticks with you more, because I mean, every time you go click, it's a lot more expensive than a few bucks.
It is. It's way more expensive.
It's a little bit more expensive, so you pay more attention to it. And she said that the students just love it, the involvement of it, just being involved with it, and that there's a person in the class, and I guess this is how she knew of me, is that there's a person in the class that would come down here and buy stuff and take it.
Wait, she hadn't heard of you?
Well, she just moved from Chicago.
Oh.
And I know Brody,
I'm pretty sure she's heard of me.
Well, probably, yes. But Brody kind of, I think, just kind of let it slip on him, because he should. Everybody in Chicago should know who.
Dangerous, let it slide, huh?
Dangerous, let it slide.
Have you been to Don's?
Yeah. Come on, people. Chicago. When you're in Dallas, go to Don's.
Have you seen the Great Wall of Film?
And as Nicholas did. That's great. So yeah, it's a lot going on. And the teacher at Collin County had come, dropped by.
Okay.
And said that they filled up 3 classes last semester, and that they are going to open up and try to fill up 3 classes again this semester. And
it is quite a bit.
They do send a lot of students my way at Collin County. The teacher at University of North Texas is going to be sending the students to me whenever it opens up. Now knows who I am. I also just told the teacher about my whole thing of follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter,
please
follow us on YouTube.
And thank you for subscribing.
Thank you.
You just click, if you haven't, just click the little button that's below Todd over there.
Yeah, right? the little
square. It looks like a little piece of film. Just click it. You'll be happy.
Yeah. We've somehow found enough materials to make a canister to put down here in the side here. We have the ability, for one. But yeah, it's really fun, because not only is 35mm coming back in classes and coming back fairly strong, and I'm pretty sure that Brookhaven will of course have their normal array of photography classes available and photojournalist classes available, but it's fun to see a 4x5 class being taught.
I mean, all those places who've probably gutted their film darkrooms.
Yes.
Who are now turning back around. It's like, oh, if only we had kept that darkroom.
Yes.
I mean, we had enlargers, we had sinks, we had everything.
They had it all.
Now we've got nothing.
Now it costs them like $100,000 to fill it back up again.
Yeah, I have to go buy all my childhood toys back again just so that I could have fun.
Yeah. So it's fun that it's not only coming back amongst the shooters, the people, the young crowds, and a lot of just everyone basically, but it's coming back in the teaching academies too, and in the schools, in colleges. So it's really fun in that regard. It's coming up not just in little spots here and there. It's coming up. It's a rise of the people.
Now, if only there was more color film 35 to buy.
Oh my God! If there were C41 and certain companies. If there was more C41 out there, oh my!
If only there were more. If only there was more film.
It would be like riding a wild bull. I mean, I'm telling you, it would just be going crazy.
I mean, when your customers are walking around with their wallets open and you're not taking their money, something's wrong.
And they go like this, please take
my money. And you can't. And you can't take it.
That would be stealing. I can't. But speaking of things, Sabath dropped by. Sabath yesterday.
Trejo.
No. Sorry. This morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Still Trejo, though.
Still Trejo. Dropped by this morning, and we were talking, and I said, hey, so are you keeping busy?
Yeah.
And he said, yes. And a lot of black and white is coming in.
Oh, I mean, it has to be.
A lot of black and white.
And doesn't black and white take a little bit more processing effort, because each black and white film is slightly different? I mean, it's not your standard C41. So.
You just can't put everything in the reel and just run it through. There's more pushing, more pulling. You know, that's one of the choices in the Lone Star Darkroom thing. And there's a lot more things
More
to do.
hands-on. It's
But
more hands-on.
Even if you weren't doing anything extra, just running it through, you treat HP 5 differently than you do Delta 100
or FP4
or FP4.
Yeah, they're all different, slightly different times.
A lot more work. So they actually have expanded. I think they have 2 Jobos now working,
right?
Because they need them
round the clock.
They're working a lot more with black and white, and they've seen a dramatic increase with black and white, and that's kind of what you'd expect.
I got a long weekend coming up. I was thinking, I might find myself in Fort Worth or possibly at Legacy Photo Lab.
Yeah,
it would be cool to go check it out because
now
I've seen their Dallas store. It looks really nice.
Yeah, and their Fort Worth store is very clean. It's a lot smaller.
Than the Dallas store?
Oh yeah.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, a lot smaller, but a lot more packed. They got a lot going on there, and I mean they are busy. They are busy. And the fun thing is that, hey, I talked to both Marcus and to Sabath, and I said, hey.
I thought it was Marco.
Marcus?
Marco.
Mr. Owner.
Marco Polo?
Mr. Owner.
Okay. Owner A and Owner B.
No, Owner A and co-worker / owner friend.
I'm not going to get it to.
I don't either, yeah. Here we are.
Well, yet here we are.
We're labeling people again. We need to stop that. We need to cut that out.
We're going to get into trouble.
The thing, I said both of them. I said, here's what we need.
Yeah.
Here's what we need. And of course, I've got a question out to see if it can be done. We need to have a Coyote Drive-In photo walk.
I knew you were going to go there.
Yeah, they didn't know that though.
Now, initially, I was going to poo-poo this idea because you've told it to me before. Then I started thinking about it. It's like, it could be very interesting.
Well, here's the deal. A lot of times whenever they have their beer and photo walk, they don't go anywhere.
Nah, they're going other than around the beer.
Around the beer. And they set things up and shoot. So
they don't venture far from the beer.
They don't. And guess what? There is beer at Coyote.
What?
Yes. So there are things to shoot at the drive-in, and I've sent an email off to see if we can get permission to do this, because
you do need a little permission.
Corporations kind of get really nervous when people are out there, like 20 people out there taking pictures.
Well, businesses don't want you driving away their customers.
Yeah, but if you get there early enough, their customers aren't there, so you can just.
But eventually, their customers will be there.
But you're not taking pictures of them. You're just taking pictures of things around. There's a lot to shoot.
I remember taking, I think is it a Brazos drive-in that's out in BFE, Texas? I remember taking pictures of just the drive-in by itself. I mean, those things are super cool all over themselves.
They are. And there's a lot. No, just take the 800T, shoot from the drive-in, downtown Fort Worth photos, skylines, gorgeous. Lots of things
that would be a good idea.
Now, so we're waiting on the word. I'm just telling everybody because
waiting on the thumbs up.
We're waiting on the yes from everyone.
Yeah, from everyone, especially the drive-in.
If somebody else does it, I'm going to be on record right now having said this is what I want.
Well, I mean, because I had thrown out the idea. It would be great if we could do a Buc-ee's photo walk, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, because the Buc-ee's are so. I mean, they're so eclectic. I mean, they're not old stuff. They're new stuff. They're clean. They're interesting. Yeah. They're full of people. I mean, it's almost like its own street photography scene right there. And you could do anything from film to digital to pinhole. I mean, there's so many different interests.
Pinholes that are dry.
And there's lots of food to eat.
Yes, and beer to drink.
Is there beer?
They have mixed drinks too.
I don't think you can consume on premise, can you?
Yeah, there.
All right. I always see those little signs that say, "You must take this away."
No. Well, I mean, they're serving it. Why?
They could be. You're right.
It's a drive-in. You think they say, "Oh yeah, here."
No, you're talking about the drive-in. I'm talking about Buc-ee's.
Oh, Buc-ee's.
I don't think you can drink at the Buc-ee's.
You can't drink at Buc-ee's.
Ah, see, we cleared that up real quick.
Thank you.
Yes, we can. You can drink at the drive-in.
It's like that whole anniversary. Which anniversary you're talking about? Fiasco. We're all over again.
All over again. I hate it when that happens.
But it's fun. I mean, I think it would be a fun thing, and I am hoping to get this thing done maybe July when Thor: Love and Thunder comes out, but we'll see. We'll see. And I got a big boom box, so you don't have to worry about the sound. I mean, I went last night to the drive-in, got my boom box, set it out on the hood of my car.
Yeah.
Blasted it. Other people started turning theirs on, off, and just said, we don't need ours on.
Yeah, you're enough. You'll do it.
I tell you what, it rocked, and it was fun. It was a cool night. It was a gorgeous night. I have a little thing to sit up on the top of my car, and it draws all the bugs to that instead of me. I got this thing figured out. It's a science. I have not been to a walk-in theater in 6 or 7 years. Everything I've seen has been at the drive-in. And so, yeah, that ball's in motion. So we'll just keep around to see what happens with it.
Watch for that one to hit the events.
That's exactly right. So, yeah, a lot going on in that regard.
Super a lot going on, yeah.
Speaking of photo walks, you taking pictures?
Photo walking. Boy, was I photo walking. So as you guys can see, I'm wearing my Grand Canyon t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the Grand Canyon. It was Mrs. Holga and I's 25th anniversary.
I'm wearing a brand new shirt, too. This is the first time I've worn this shirt.
And he's going to wear that many times again.
Yeah, but this is the first time.
So it was our 25th anniversary vacation. And we had our wedding, but we always go on vacation. We don't really give each other gifts so much as we just go on vacations with each other, which is nice. So we went to Williams, Arizona. We flew into Flagstaff. We went over to Williams, Arizona. We got the Grand Canyon Railway to the Grand Canyon. We stayed a couple nights at the Grand Canyon, and then we kind of reversed the process and went home. But while I was there, I took my Nikon F6.
Oh, you love that camera.
I took a Holga, and I took my Ondu pinhole 6x6 as well. So I took all sorts of shots. Now, I've got some shots to show you because I love showing off shots.
Yeah.
And I only took film. I did not take a digital camera with me. And it's not that I'm trying to support or anything like that. No. But you know what? If I'd taken a digital camera, I would easily have probably 3,000 pictures of rocks that I don't need.
Yes.
That I just don't need. And they would be all slightly differently, but really all relatively the same. So it's kind of nice to kind of slow it down, not take a ton of photos, and, just enjoy. So I'm going to show some of the photos here to Todd, and he's going to flip through some of these. You can say what you're looking at. I'm going to put some of them on the
Cafe
screen.
66. I think I've actually been to this
So
place.
Williams, Arizona is kind of like it's kind of like falling into a Route 66 catalog for a man cave. You want to buy a bunch of garbage for your garage, and that's essentially somebody threw up a catalog in this place, and that's what's happening here.
Cool.
It's neon, it's signs, it's all that kind of good stuff.
Yep. So you would have definitely a lot of 800T Cinestill being shot at that location.
Well, it was a nice little walking around. There are more old-fashioned-y signs and good stuff like that. Well, Mrs. Holga, we're about to travel on the train, so she's just kind of hanging out. It was a little early for her.
Yeah.
But now, so at the train station, so we stayed at a hotel at the train station, and before you get on the train, you get a cowboy show, essentially. So as you can see, we've got a... I'm going to post, by the way, I'm going to post a link to these photos in the description. So I'm not going to show all of them, but if you want to go see the rest of them.
More cowboy.
So essentially, we had a group of cowboys putting on a show. They're arguing over who's going to pay for breakfast. And essentially, they wanted one of the spectators to pay for breakfast.
Oh, that's suckers, man. Suckers.
Now, I only brought 2 lenses with me. I brought my...
Did anybody volunteer to pay for it?
No, they picked somebody out of the audience.
Oh.
So I brought 2 lenses with me for my Nikon F6. And the first one was my 35 millimeter. I think it's either a 1.8 or a 1.4. And the other one is I brought my 80 to 400 millimeter lens. I tell you the truth, these photos were probably taken with the telephoto, but all the rest of my images were pretty much taken with the 35 millimeter. You just needed a wide lens. There was just no way around it. Yeah, he probably gets paid. I wonder if they flip a coin to find out who's going to land in the poo.
Yeah. Do they go out there and put the poo out?
They probably no. It's in a pile out there. It's probably stage poo.
It's definitely.
It's a pile of horse crap in the middle of
because as big as it is, it looks like they cleaned out a few stables to get that.
They do, and the lovely Mrs. Holga there.
Yeah.
So if you remember, I scanned my our wedding film, and I said we went on our honeymoon, and I noticed that I only took like maybe 1, possibly 2 pictures. So I purposely took more pictures of Mrs. Holga on our 25th anniversary to the point where she says, "Will you stop taking my picture?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Will you stop taking my picture?
I mean, it looks so small compared to everything else out there.
It does. And so, so here I'm at the Grand Canyon. I'm at the south rim of the Grand Canyon, and it's that's where Frank Lee Ruggles was. He was taking pictures, and I tell you what, it would take you several trips to actually capture that place.
Oh,
because
gosh.
There are so many different angles, so many different times.
He had probably been there dozens of times and still.
You could be there 100 times and still never see it all.
So whose house is that?
Well, you're not necessarily. So we're obviously going down a little bit into the canyon. The house is small, but then what gets me is the people are even smaller. So it's like,
Oh,
it shows
yeah.
you how far away things really, really are.
Yeah, yeah, like not just
They're just little teeny tiny specks.
ants.
Yeah.
There you go.
So like I said, you're going to have a lot of pictures of rocks.
Yeah, lots and lots of. Whoops.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, yep. Up.
Now that's Mrs. Holga and the beggar squirrel. Now there's lots of signs out there that say don't feed the wildlife. Yet the squirrel is coming up to you like with his arms out and his shoulders shrugged like, hey, what do you got?
I can't read the sign.
I can't read.
The sign. Yeah.
You think I look cute?
Yeah.
Give me something. So she just took her picture. She took the squirrel's picture. I took her picture. Let's go back this one. So Instagram, social media influencers are everywhere.
They're throwing the signs down.
There's the main entrance on the South Rim, the main visitor center.
Yep.
And as soon as you get out to the canyon, they are all over the place. Everybody's taking selfies of themselves. Everybody's doing the poses.
And how many people fall over the edge every year with taking selfies?
They say quite a few people fall over every year trying to get that perfect selfie.
Yeah, and when they get the phone down at the bottom, it's like, there's a picture about midway down, a picture about, yep.
Now, some of these pictures are going to get, I went earlier in the morning to get the sunrise type picture. So
absolutely.
Sunrise
is
I was
gorgeous.
trying to get the dynamic.
Oh, the golden hour shots.
The golden hour shots, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, there
I
you
mean,
go.
A sunrise from from the Canyon, you can't beat that, guys.
Sunrise,
if you ever get the chance, I highly recommend it.
Sunrise, sunset.
More influencers, and they were willing to pose for me there. They're like, oh, you want to take our picture and post it? Right on. These ladies were Japanese ladies. Yes, just tag us.
Tag us.
They didn't give me anything to tag.
Afraid they'd catch something.
Now, mind you, that's just the wildlife. You can walk right up to it. It's
that's a young'un. Eating.
It's an elk eating a tree.
Well, yeah, eating the probably one of the, I don't know what that is, but just branches off. Cowboys followed you.
You can't not take a picture of a good mustache. So that's going to be one of the mule leaders there because they take the mules into the canyon.
Yeah, is that the trail that you went on?
That's Mrs. Holga at the front of the Bright Angel Trail. And of course, I keep saying the only reason I was following her is because she had the water.
And the keys. And the keys.
But, and that picture shows how far down we're actually into the canyon. We only went 1.5 miles, but it took us the full trip down and back is 2 hours to get out.
Yeah. There and back.
And there's the mules here. So as you can see, the same path that everybody else is walking on, and which is like steps.
Oh, yeah.
You're eventually we're going to share them with the mules because they're going to pass you.
Oh yeah, they're going to pass you, and you're going to have to watch your step after that. Right,
and we were told, and it is correct. You will smell the mules before you see the mules.
Yes. You will. The train ride.
Now, this is the last picture, so we're essentially heading back. But what I wanted to show you is along the edge here that I didn't know that my F6 was actually doing. It was my F6 actually was recording my film speed and my
f3.5.
Yeah, so it's got the film speed on it.
640.
It can have the focal length.
04.
And it can have the date on it. So I had, so between each of the films, I actually turned it on and corrected it. So the one you're seeing here is not correct, but now I have the correct date. I have the focal length, the film speed, and the
shutter speed. You don't have the focal length, do you?
No, the 00s. I just turned that on. So I turned it on. So my next roll of film is going to say what focal length I have.
Gotcha. Yeah. See, you're just. That's the modern,
and that's on the Nikon F6.
Yeah. That one was like part space age technology.
It was. I mean, it's fantastic. The only thing of all that information between each one of the films, the only thing I really would like all that information means nothing to me. What it would really be cool is if I could put my name between each one of the frames. Photo by. Well, copyright. Yeah, just put that between each one of those frames, and that'd be awesome.
I'm pretty sure that there's something out there that could probably do that, but it'd be like $200,000.
So here it's funny you say that because I put it out there on Twitter. I said, "Hey, it'd be better if it said this instead." And somebody chimes in and goes, "Yeah, you can do that with Hasselblad." I'm like, "Oh, Hasselblad."
Snobs.
I'm not spending $20,000 on that.
But that's a digital. You can't do it on the analog.
On the
analog.
That's what he said. I have not looked it up, so if it's true, guys, or not, let me know.
Wow, that would be fun.
But it would be cool if you could put anything.
The things we learned.
Old technology, but yet it's just new to me.
It's just new to me,
right?
Yeah. That's the fun thing about this, man. I mean, I sit here and it's like I talk to people all the time, and every now and then somebody come up and say something, and I'm going like, "Who knew?"
Yeah.
Who knew? I did not know that.
Well, now the only unfortunate part about all that data is that's right where you're going to want to cut your negatives, and so you're going to slice right through the middle of it. So at that point, it's not that helpful.
It's not really. Yeah, you're right. It's not helpful.
Well, I mean, 1 out of 5, you're not going to get the information. Oh, I really wanted that.
That's the one.
To piece them
and
back
it's
together.
always the one that screws up. That's the one you really want.
Yeah, somebody's going to be like, well, what was your shutter speed on that? It's like, I don't know. I have to tape the negative back together. It's not worth my time. I don't care.
Sorry. You're not worth it.
Well, guys, that's essentially all we have today.
Yeah, thank you.
And so, Todd, happy 3-year anniversary.
Happy 3-year anniversary.
And guys, thank you for watching.
If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here for 3 years.
3 years, guys.
Yeah.
Been doing this for 3 years.
But I tell you what, in the past month, the subscribers have upticked. Well, it's funny. While our hours watched has gone down because it's getting close to vacation.
It's vacation time.
People are heading out. Our number of subscribers are really taking a swing up.
Right. It's going up.
And so it's just been really, really interesting. And I am hoping that, man, whenever the fall hits, August, September.
Going to go through the roof. Hang
on to your hats. It's going to be a wild ride.
So we're doing an experiment this time. If you notice, we're both wearing microphones, so we're trying a different audio. We've actually got 2 cameras, and I'm looking at that camera and I'm looking at that camera, so that's not how it works.
Stop it.
So hopefully this video is going to look and sound a little bit different.
Yeah.
And please let us know in the comments what you think.
Yep.
I'm not going to let you know which camera or we're using or anything like that.
Because we don't want you to. Because I got schizophrenic there for a moment. I was like, Canon, Nikon. No, pick one.
It's one or the other.
Yeah. Canon, Nikon.
All right, guys. So please, as usual, do share, like, subscribe, tell a couple friends.
Oh, tell a lot of people, man. We still need to reach that 1,000 mark.
See, I know we're close to 700, but now he's on board. We need the 1,000.
Because we're like a sneeze away from 700.
Yes, we want the 1,000. So guys, please do subscribe and tell some friends, and we'll see you guys later.
Thank you very much. Take care, guys.
Time to get some food.
Man. So wait, now, are you saying that?
Don't trip,
following
don't fall.
me is like following the mules on the trail? You smelt me way before you saw me?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and you have to watch your step.
Oh, after walking past behind me?
Yeah, you gotta watch your step.
There's no respect.